We tend to treat our goals as things that will happen eventually, once the conditions are right. We tell ourselves we need more energy, a better schedule, or a sudden spark of inspiration before we can finally commit to the work. This logic turns days into months and months into years. While we wait for a feeling that may never arrive, our ambitions remain entirely stagnant, trapped in a cycle of someday. We rationalize this delay by labeling it a phase of preparation. We convince ourselves that research, planning, and waiting are productive steps, using them as a shield against the discomfort of actually starting. This passive approach drains your time while offering only the illusion of safety. It prevents the very progress you claim to be preparing for. You have to accept a difficult reality. Nobody is coming to save you. No one is going to force you to be disciplined, wake you up early, or build the future you want. Relying on perfect timing ties your progress to factors you cannot influence. It leaves your future at the mercy of outside events. Acknowledging that the weight of your journey rests entirely on you provides the baseline for true independence. It removes the requirement for external permission. This total ownership eliminates the distraction of looking for outside help. When you realize you are the only variable that can change the outcome, your focus shifts entirely to your own effort as the primary lever of progress. The most significant barrier to your success resides within the quiet battles of your own thinking. The external world is rarely the problem. The problem is the internal world. The mind prioritizes comfort by manufacturing logically sounding justifications for avoiding work. These excuses, tiredness, or feeling unprepared, feel like facts. Every time you accept them, you reinforce a pattern of avoidance. Eventually, these rationalized delays loop back on themselves, creating a permanent state of stagnation. These small daily choices to choose comfort over discipline solidify over time. They become your standard operating procedure, quietly dictating what you are capable of achieving. Failure is rarely a sudden event. It's the slow, cumulative result of 1,000 excuses and 1,000 moments where comfort was allowed to lead. A common misunderstanding suggests that motivation must arrive before we can take action. We wait to feel like doing the work, assuming that emotion is the engine of productivity. Effective progress requires moving forward, regardless of your current emotional state. The work must be executed, whether you feel inspired, exhausted, or completely indifferent. In reality, action comes first. Physical movement creates the friction that builds momentum, manufacturing the feeling of motivation. The initial push requires the most discipline against static resistance. Once you begin, the system becomes self-sustaining, making each subsequent step significantly easier. Relying on action allows you to stop guessing and start predicting your results. You are no longer at the whim of your moods. You are governed by your habits. Every serious endeavor includes a lonely season, a prolonged period where you are working hard but receiving no visible results or external praise. The lack of immediate feedback makes this the most dangerous time for your goals. Without a visible sign of progress, the mind begins to question if the effort is even worth it. In nature, structural development happens out of sight. A seed must establish a deep root system before it can sustain the weight of a tree. This hidden growth mirrors your own development. In the lonely season, you aren't just working toward a goal, you are developing the discipline, independence, and character required to handle success. The internal resilience you build during this period of unseen growth provides the foundation for the results that will eventually become visible to everyone else. The most valuable result of daily discipline is the fundamental change in your character, which far outweighs any material reward or public achievement. Consistently choosing action over comfort reconfigures your baseline identity. You stop being someone who just wants to be successful and start being someone who executes without hesitation. You eventually reach a point where discipline is no longer a conscious struggle. It becomes an automated reflex, the natural way you respond to challenges and opportunities. Success is the byproduct of who you have become. Through repetition, you turn the pursuit of your goals into a relentless state of being. The only requirement for this transformation to begin is absolute, uncompromising personal ownership of your life as it stands today. Stop waiting for the world to change or for a rescuer to appear. Take immediate command of your internal thoughts and stop negotiating with your own potential. Aggressively rejecting a single excuse today is the only way to build a different tomorrow. Do the work because it needs to be done, not because you feel like doing it. Because no external force is coming to deliver you, the capacity to transform your life remains entirely within your control. You are the only person who can make this happen.